This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source security, giving you the keys to your coins.
Thank you for having me, Miss Teen Crypto. I'm amazing. I just got back from Coachella, so my voice is a little low and fucked up, so I apologize. But yeah, we're vibing. Good day, good day.
That's awesome. I'm happy to hear. Everyone in the chat, I think my audio is okay. I hope you guys are hearing me over there. All right, there we're good. Hope you guys are doing well. Again, make sure you guys check out Cake Wallet, our lovely sponsor. Today we're joined by Kane, a TikTok star, and I'm happy you're doing well. How was Coachella?
It was my first time ever going, and oh my God, it was actually one of the best experiences I've ever had. It was so fucking fun, for real. I'm allowed to cuss, right? Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Cool. It was a
Yeah,
vibe.
Coachella, like I've never been, and I know they were talking to me Coachella like a year or two back about their NFTs that they were doing. It was very crypto forward, and I saw like a lot of crypto things happening out there. Did you see any like crypto lounges or anything like that?
You know what? Now that you say it, I think I did see a couple for sure, like Bitcoin logos. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I think even OpenSea might have had something out there for NFTs. I think I saw someone that was out there for Coachella, but definitely a lot of crypto awareness has been hitting these events. Like even GovBall, my sister has gone to, and she saw like a Coinbase lounge. So definitely crypto adoption is reaching
Well,
all of these like mainstream parties and things like that. But I'm here to
love
learn
it.
about you, Kane, because you're such an interesting guy. So we're gonna go back in the timeline. I know you're still really young, you're around my age, but let's go back to like high school Kane. What were you up to? What did you think your life was going to turn into?
I love it. I love the questions. That's literally, first of all, I don't know why. I just love talking about my journey in the very beginning because it's
Yes.
always interesting learning about everyone's experience and how they started because everyone did start from nothing essentially. And I just love sharing it because it is very interesting. So originally I'm from good old South Carolina. I don't know if you know where that's at, but Greenville, South Carolina is literally nobody's really doing anything in the entertainment industry at all. It's literally casually like construction, working for your dad type shit. And I guess it really started the whole social media like light bulb hit me during Vine back in like 2013, 2014. I was only 14 years old. Like, so basically, I was too young to like make content. I didn't think my sense of humor was good enough. But that was the beginning of me realizing, oh shit, people are making a very good living making short form comedy skits. And I was like, whoa, this is what I kind of want to do. Again, I was too young. So time goes by. Long story short, after high school, I moved to New York City actually to pursue acting and TV. I've always loved, film creating, and everyone's always told me, Kane, you should start acting, bro. And I was just like, you know what? So many people are telling me this. I'm gonna give it a shot. So I skipped college, which is kind of crazy. Everybody thinks you have to go to college to make a
Exactly.
good living, which is wild. So we're living in different times, obviously, and going to college now, you really don't need to do it because this beautiful thing called social media. And I will say, I was in New York City. I was living there for a year, pursuing the acting, working with NYU Tisch a lot. It's the film academy at NYU, New York University, doing a lot of great stuff, a lot of short form or short films, a lot of like feature films, nothing crazy big though. And COVID-19 unfortunately smacked right in 2020 when I moved out there. And it was literally the beginning, or it was the beginning of COVID in America, in the United States, was literally in Queens. And I was living in Brooklyn at the time. So right above me is the beginning of COVID. My mom and my dad are literally freaking out. So everything shut down. No planes are available to go back home. So my mom drives 12 hours from South Carolina to New York City to
Oh
pick
my
me up.
gosh.
Crazy, yo. So I'm like, fuck, my dreams of becoming an actor are kind of like, on hold right now. So everyone's back at home, right? Literally in their house, trapped on their phones. This little app called TikTok starts, catching some steam. And it was my brother originally. He's a year older than me, so he's, you know, he's doing same shit as I am in the
Yeah.
space a little bit. But he's the one that kind of like originally was like, "Yo, you should check this app called TikTok out." And I was like, "You talking about that little like musically dancing little kid app?" I didn't think anything of it. I was like, "That is some weird dancing kid shit. I don't want anything to do with it."
Yeah.
And I started scrolling even more and more. Every day I realized, wait, this shit is actually relatively funny. And it's really, it reminded me of Vine, you know, the short form skits. And I was like, oh my God, this is my fucking opportunity. I'm 20 years old. I'm my sense of humor, I'm kind of more in a mature state of mind. I know what the fuck's funny now. And I want to make a living for myself. So I was like, let's get it. I swear to God, every single day for about 3, 4 months, I would post at least 2 videos, minimum 2 videos for 3, 4, 5 months. And this was the beginning of TikTok. And it was the sweet spot.
It was.
Nobody is creating, right? Everybody's watching. And it was literally the beautiful, fucking perfect time to do it. And honestly, you will probably never find another opportunity like that unless another app like TikTok comes around, which is like, it sucks. But again, that was what I did. I literally posted every single fucking day and went crazy. And obviously, I would slowly grow as time passed. I never really like had one video that popped off and I'm overnight famous. It was a gradual like grow, you know what I mean? And I probably had, I don't know, a couple 100,000 followers, right? And then I had this little trend blow up, this whole like I can take you there trend. I'm
I
sure not many.
remember.
Yeah, fire. So yeah, I guess people in my age group definitely understand, but the boomers again probably have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But long story short, I was like known for this. I was basically, the whole TikTok app was doing my trend. It's this I can take you there thing. You gotta like look back in the fucking, profile of mine to understand. But literally everybody fell in love with it. And I kid you not, every single video of that whole like concept, I would basically make the whole I can take you there thing, the video, like with the sound, but just a different concept. And every single one would literally hit like 20, 30, 40 million views. And that right there was the beginning of like, okay, this shit's happening. And I should say, like, I had a couple 100,000, right? And literally probably 2 weeks, I gained like 2 million followers. So it was insanity. My life completely changed in like a matter of weeks because that trend. I'll be walking around like in public with my mom and people would recognize me. And that was the beginning of like, what the fuck's happening?
Wow.
So one thing led to another. Obviously, like I just kept grinding TikTok day by day by day, making money. And then my life completely changed. I get to, live on my own. And I started obviously diversifying. Now I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, and moved out to Los Angeles about 2 years ago. And now we're just, social media guy in general. I love it. Yeah.
Wow, that's a grind. And I understand that 2020 because like I was getting into TikTok right after that huge boom of like when people started blowing up. And I remember seeing your trends. Like I remember like, talking
Right.
about it. So when I got connected with you, I was like, "Oh my gosh, it clicked." And it was just so wild. And to see like someone so young like really understand social media, and like we're the ones that lead social media. And I feel like a lot of these people, especially in crypto, don't realize that we're the generation that they should be targeting. And you're just like coming out here, you're doing a trend, and you had to move out of New York, which I guess is sad, but now New York is kind of like
Yeah.
bonkers. Where were you in Brooklyn?
Bushwick.
Oh my God, that's not far from me. You were literally like
Right.
20, 30 minutes from me. That's
Back.
hilarious. And so
Fire.
you're moving out in New York, you're depressed. Like,
Yeah.
did you like, eat your feelings away? Like, what was that period of time where you were leaving New York and then before you found TikTok? What was that like for you?
It was honestly like kind of one of those things where like I told everybody I was after like all my high school homies, they're all going to college and I'm kind of like jealous and FOMOing that they're all
Yeah.
going to go to, University of South Carolina, Clemson, College of Charleston. I'm like, damn, all that fun that I'm missing out because I was like, I knew I would flunk. I knew I would chase girls. I knew I'd drink all the time. And I was just like, why the fuck would I waste all this money if I know like it's not going to benefit my life? You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So like I kind of knew I was a very I guess mature minded guy. I'm an old soul like deep down. So like I kind of just like I don't know. It's very interesting. I kind of never related much. Like yeah, we'd kick it with the homies, have a good time partying, but when it came to like real life shit, I never really had real life conversations like, "Yo, let's do some shit with our lives. Let's do something big." And it's very interesting because like again, I'm one of the only fucking people to really kind of pop off in South Carolina, the whole state. Like, and I guess when I go back home, I'm like a celebrity, whatever the hell you want to call it. But no, it's just like I really grinded the social media thing, and it came to it made me some followers, and anyone could have did it for real. I tell everybody to this day, man, like you are so the opportunity is endless. There is a content gold rush happening right now. That's how I look at it. If
Yeah.
you aren't posting social media content right now, I don't care how old you are, bro, you are missing out on a large opportunity. Like
Oh my
I love
gosh.
it.
If you could
Yeah,
just like put this on a loudspeaker and blast it everywhere, that would be amazing
yeah,
because
bro.
I relate really hard. When I was in high school, I was like such a nerd. I was the one that was doing study guides. I was the one giving people homework,
Right,
had a little business going through that. And, I never had like all these girls and things would just want to gossip and talk like about nothing, and I was
right,
like, but what about like what's going on with politics? What about like what's going on with the world? Like, don't you guys see like everything's
right,
so messed up? How do we fix it? And everyone would
right.
just be like, I don't really care about that. Like,
Yeah,
and it was just like, where is everyone's mind is how I felt. So I relate to you a lot, especially because I did not go to college either. I was doing Miss Teen Crypto when I was 17, a junior in high school. And so I went full time crypto after that. So to take that leap and say, I'm not going to college when you're looking on Snapchat, you're seeing all your bros from high school, you're seeing everyone you know and their mom, literally with their mom at college, partying and like drinking and having fun. And, I
right,
just never felt like that was my vibe. I was just like, I don't think I'm missing anything when I could be my own business and kind of take control of my life instead of going hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt to something that's
yeah,
so meaningless. And people are going to say in the chat, college is good for some things. Yes, it is. But that's only if you're training to be a doctor or like whatever you're trying to do and specialize, sure. But the general population does absolutely nothing. I have 4 cousins that are older than me. Not one of them, except for one, is using their degree. 3 out of 4 was a complete miss. So I definitely think that, I've seen it happen. I'm not doing the same. Breaking that generational wheel is important, especially when you're on social media and you're kind of taking your life in your own hands. Were your parents supportive of your move not to go to college? Was this controversial with you, your family, your friends? Because I know it was for me.
yeah. No, they so my mom is I'm the first generation like Colombian. So I guess I'm very hard at like bad at explaining that. But like my mom was born and raised in Colombia, South America, like from like shit, like had absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And obviously like she wants to see her kids get a degree, get an education. And it kind of sucked to see like for her, it sucked to see me be like, nah, I don't want to do the college thing because like she literally grinded her way from Colombia, moved out here like with her kids and gave her family an opportunity. And it's like, I'm good. I don't want to do the college thing. But like it's crazy to think like I know she's so fucking proud of me, man. Like what I've done with
Oh.
this, like without college, and I'm sure she was probably second guessing, like this guy really might not be anything going out to New York City. Like I'm sure for sure, but like I believed in myself. Like my dad was more believing in me. He supported me more the whole move and not going to college rather than my mom because my dad had it much better for sure, but like my mom, she like grinded her way through and yeah, but at the end of the day, man, like it's pretty amazing for real. I'm sure they're proud of what, I'm doing. Yeah.
As they should be, because you kind of made a decision and you made it work. It wasn't kind of like you're like, oh, I'm not going to college and I'm gonna go like f off and do something ridiculous. Like you put your head down. You said I have a goal, and you had to readjust. And I think honestly, in my mind, everything happens for a reason. So I think you leaving New York was a good thing because I'm trying to get out of here too. And two, the fact that like you have so much more opportunity where what you're doing, that you could work from wherever you want, you could be wherever you want, you have creative freedom, which is like so important that like a lot of people don't get to choose, like especially on social media. They blow up, they sign with a management, and they're kind of like stuck in like a little bit of a box where like you kind of went out and did your own thing on your own. You didn't like need
Yeah.
anyone to kind of boost you in any way, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
like blowing up on social media, like it has to be overwhelming to get these followers overnight. Was your phone like blowing up like like a bunch of notifications? Was it like that?
100%, dude. There was a time where I was like, this shit really is like I kind of like I manifested it though. I will be honest. I
Go
should say a
off.
little bit about myself. I'm a big like spiritual guy, law of attraction, all of that shit. I could go. That's a whole nother
No,
conversation that
you
I
could
don't really
talk about it. Go off.
it's
I'm here for it. I love this.
it's one of those things that like I unless I'm unless I like understand that the person I'm talking to is like totally cool with this conversation and can relate a little bit,
Yeah.
I don't really talk about it. But many people can't. They don't believe in it. They think it's delusion. You're talking about I am already huge and famous on social media. I have millions of followers before it happening. You're delusional. It's like, nah, man, like I literally The Secret, if you know, you know, like the film and the book, like the shit changed my life. I was literally doing the law of attraction before I knew what the law of attraction was. And it's like it's so beautiful, man. Like the question of you or that you asked was like, did people like blow up all at once? Yeah, like everybody did hit me up. They were like, dude, you're popping up on my For You page and shit. And it's like, dude, it's like it's so funny, man, because like I am just a regular dude that played baseball in high school, and like that was my dream actually, to pursue like Major League Baseball and be a
Wow.
professional baseball player. But dude, I didn't grow past like 5'10", and I was like, this is not happening. So, but dude, it's like it was amazing. I mean, I should say, like, I don't know if you knew or know that I boxed Blueface, the rapper.
I saw something about that. I was like, is this real?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
freaking nuts.
That shit was so that when that happened, that's when everybody was like, "Oh shit, like this guy really made it." So that's when all the real texts of all the friends that all the quote unquote friends that were in high school with me, like these guys didn't believe in me like at all. You
Mm-mm.
guys, like, nobody, like when you're doing something, especially in South Carolina, when you're doing something like social media, making videos and skits online, you're you're lame, you're gay. It's like, dude, it's like you're not normal. And I was like taking that every single day in school. I was literally that kid that made YouTube videos. And it's so funny to me, man. It's the best feeling ever because I popped off and did my thing. And like now I only have a handful of friends that I genuinely know like were there for me, supporting me from day one. But everybody after that Blueface fight or before it, yo, like, dude, kick his ass, bro. Like, good luck. It's like, bro, I don't like you. I don't know you like that. Leave me alone. I'm doing my thing, and good luck with your life. And I don't want it in a non-arrogant way, bro. It's like genuinely like when you don't support somebody when they're doing something different, you're just basically kind of like jealous that you're kind of doing nothing with your life in a way. You know what I'm saying? You don't want this guy to succeed and go crazy because you're kind of just like staying right here your whole life. But when you're doing something different that can actually go crazy, you're lame, you're crazy, bro. Like whatever. They'll pretend they like you. Yeah, bro, do your thing. But you know, like deep down that energy, bro, they don't fucking care about you, man. But
No one cares until like you do something and they're like, "Oh wait, this is happening." Like I had like over 10,000 followers on my Twitter and then everyone was laughing at me. In one of my videos, you could hear people laughing at me at school when I was filming one. And
wow.
like people were like, "Oh yeah, like can I tweet on your Twitter?" Like when I'm out and I'm like, "Absolutely freaking not. This is my business. Are you crazy?" And then I kind of had to eliminate people because these people were fake. Like they didn't care about me. They'd never cared about me in the first place. And then once I gained followers, all of a sudden you want to like talk to me? No. And 10,000 followers is like not that much like for people to go all like bananas over it. So I was just like, yeah, you kind of have to eliminate people that don't really get you and kind of don't respect you like that. Because if they respected you, they would have supported you since the start. And they would have been like, hey man, like let me go like your videos. Let me go comment for you. Like those are real friends, not people that
Yeah,
are like, oh yeah, I have a good one. And then when something blows up, message, oh bro, like I just saw this, how cool. That's lame. That's fake.
it is,
That's not
man.
fun. So I 100% relate to that. Just being on like a different, kind of more mature mindset than
For
everybody
sure.
else, like our age, especially in high school. That's not like a concern of like, what is real life after this? Like, how do I make money? What is my career path looking like? That just doesn't happen. So I think definitely carrying that into like when you're gaining that quote unquote clout is very important. Keep your circle small, be with people
Yeah,
that value you just as much as you value them, and like bring that kind of security in your life that you know someone's going to be there for you. The highs, the lows. Like if you go broke tomorrow, like if you have 0 followers tomorrow, you get banned on all social platforms, will those people still be there for you?
yeah,
So yeah, that's definitely something that it's mentally tough, I think, to go through, but to get through it, if it's like so much weight off of your shoulders. So you're blowing up on TikTok. You're fighting Blueface. How did that even happen? Like, why are you fighting rappers? Are you okay? Is he okay? Is everyone okay?
it was the craziest experience of my life, and I'll tell you the story. I literally, so obviously I was gaining some traction, some views on social media, especially TikTok. TikTok is what really kind of changed my life for sure,
Yeah.
and I have to be grateful for that for that platform. But I was blowing up, right? And obviously I was kind of the most viral thing with the whole trend. Literally everybody on TikTok were like was doing this thing and they knew this whole sound, the whole yeah, oh you said like it was a whole thing.
Yeah,
And
I
I
love it.
think
Yeah.
yeah, at the time, like I think Blueface's team wanted somebody to box, like because it was kind of trendy. Everybody was doing the whole influencer boxing thing, and they were like, "Huh, who can we have a boxing match with? That would be an easy fight for him. Who's kind of viral, getting views." And I guess it was kind of the right place, the right time for me. So I literally, I guess I'll tell you the full story in depth. It's
Yeah.
actually amazing. So I move out to LA, right? And I kid you not, maybe I'm 2 weeks in living here. Some other content dude that or some other creator, content creator, reaches out to me. He's like, yo, we should box. And I'm like, to be honest, dude, I don't really think it would be worth going in the ring with you, getting hit in the head. Without no disrespect, he just wasn't as big as my risk of getting hit in the head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was just like, yo, I'm good. But and then he was like, yo, give me like a couple days. I might have something for you. And I was like, okay, word. So literally a couple days goes by and he gives me a call and he's like, yo, Kane, how would you feel about boxing Blueface? And again, the boomers have no idea who Blueface probably is, but as a 20, 24, 20-year-old kid around that age, you know exactly who Blueface is. This guy's like one of the he used to be much bigger because his song Buzz Down Tatiana, like, and
Yeah.
there's a bunch of fucking
Blueface
songs.
baby.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Blueface baby. Yeah, this guy was a huge deal. You know what I mean? And like he still kind of is, but like he's just more controversial and not really like as he was back in the day. But like long story short, he was like the shit. Like, and I literally in a million years would have never thought I would be in a boxing ring with Blueface. So when he calls me telling me, yo, you want to box Blueface? I'm like, dude, I don't even believe you. I genuinely think you're kidding. On the only way I'm going to take this serious if you get me on the phone with the CEO of Bare Knuckles Boxing, the guys that did the whole fight. Get me on the phone with David Feldman is his name, and then I'll believe you. Literally a couple hours goes by and David calls me. He's like, yo, Kane, you ready to fight Blueface? And I was just like, my whole world kind of just like tripped out. I was like, what are you fucking talking about right now? A kid from South Carolina, right? That just got a little bit of followers. Now is on the stage to probably fight Blueface baby. What are you talking about, bro? And again, like not many people think this is crazy if you're listening, but from a kid that like literally was just a regular dude in high school that played baseball, hung out with his friends like normal people, and like now is about to box one of the biggest rappers in the world on pay-per-view. Like, what the fuck is happening with life? So I obviously was like, I didn't even think anything of it. I was like, dude, I don't care if this guy's 6'3", tatted in the face, a famous Crip gang, like literally gang affiliated Crip. And I'm just a guy that's never been in a fight in my life. I swear to God, never even boxed one day in my life, never trained how to fight. But at the moment, I was like, dude, this is the biggest opportunity in my life. In my head, I was like, absolutely, let's do it, man. So that's how it happened. Literally, right place, right time. I was popping off when Blueface wanted somebody to fight. And dude, I literally again, just timing of the universe. Like I moved out to New York. I mean, I should even say this. I moved out to LA, right? 2 weeks. Like I said, I was living for 2 weeks. A creator hits me up. And then I was like, nah, I'm good. But we actually started hanging out, just like, talking about boxing and shit. And then he literally like the fact that he reached out to me, like, and I was only there for like a couple weeks. Insanity. The universe was like, go to LA, Kane, right now. That was the biggest, like, literally the biggest, most cool experience I've ever had in my life. Boxing this fucking guy. Yeah, it was cool.
Wow, that's insane. So you're boxing, you come out of the boxing match, did more things like kept coming for you? Like you have more collaborations and a lot of people like reaching out. Did you want to do more boxing after that? Because that's just wild.
It's crazy, I mean, dude, I did like a reality show a little bit after that, Kian and JC on YouTube. I don't know if you know who that is, but these guys got like a couple million followers, and they literally have their own reality show. I did that with Bryce Hall and Tana Mojo. Again, the boomers have no
Mm-hmm.
idea who these people are, but Peter Vigilante, shout out the homie. He was on like Too Hot to Handle on Netflix. Like they got a bunch of influencers and creators in this like big house, and then they did like a Fear Factor kind of like show. You know what I mean? It was like a challenge, and it was
Oh.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, that's like
but
like a hype house of fear.
fire for sure. And so we did that, and then like honestly, after that, like it was kind of like that was like I just had to like take a step back. Like after that fight, I was like, and the reality show, and just like the whole thing I've created, and like it was honestly like a couple, like it was maybe a year where like I completely transformed my life in this social media thing, all because this damn phone. Like it's so unbelievable, man. And like obviously like I'm getting, you know, more deals and shit because, you know, like once you create something big like this, shit, it's kind of like on cruise control. That's how I see it. Like it's very like and we haven't even got into crypto, but it's so funny. I literally put all it's I'll tell you this, like most of my money I get, right? I'm putting it straight into Cardano. Like I swear to God, it's not even like a question about it. And this is because Crypto Crow enlightened me, and he still enlightens me to this day. He is literally the reason I am so obsessed with that Cardano, and it just it's kind of like a no-brainer. All these other cryptos are kind of just not even incomparable. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I would love to get into crypto because that's like obviously like again, I said like I'm doing very well, and like and it's just like so funny to me how like nobody like in my age, none of my friends give a fuck about this crypto shit, and like I'm like
Why?
the only
Like,
one that's like putting all my fucking money that I'm making from social media straight into Cardano because I know it is the future and I'm going to be set. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
wow. Yeah, that's a powerful statement too, because, you know, like I was the first teenager in crypto to make content, and still to this day, there's really not that many. And I'm like, what are people doing? And like, I went to my high school for the third year in a row to teach an investing class about Bitcoin, and like these kids, they were interested, but I guess like the barrier to entry is kind of high because like you got to tell them go to Coinbase or an exchange, do KYC, upload your license, and then these kids are like, my attention span is Zippo. So how do we do something that's like right here and instant? Which I think we're really early and it'll get there at some point, but you're blowing up, you have money coming in. Why, like, and how did you find crypto? Like, did you find it through Crypto Crow? Shout out to him. I love Big Papa Jason. He's amazing. That's
nice,
why we call him Big
nice,
Papa Jason. He's a big man.
nice. He's huge.
He's a big man.
I'll tell you. So this is very interesting. This is literally the beginning of my crypto journey. My dad, every single day I would come home. This is like 2017, 2018, when I'm like a junior or a senior in high school, right?
That's so
I'd come
early.
home. Dude, I would literally come home and this guy would be in the kitchen with his laptop listening to fucking crypto. I think his name was like Superman, something crypto, Sumo, Superman.
I
I
think
don't
I know who
fucking
you're talking about. Supo Man, I think his name was called.
Yes. He was like an OG, one of like the fucking beginning crypto creators. And
Yeah.
long story short, my dad would always be watching, and me and my mom would be like, "What the fuck are you doing on the computer listening to these crypto guys? Where are you putting your money on this like scammy crypto thing?" Again, this is like the very beginning. Like I've never really even heard of Bitcoin. You know what I mean? But like 2017, 2018 was the beginning of me understanding that, oh my God, like there's a whole nother world of like decentralized blockchain cryptocurrencies. So I didn't even invest anything at all. It was my dad of just still, I think he's like learning like what are the best ones, you know what I mean? So boom, 2020 when I'm living in New York City, right? And the crash of COVID the stock market just completely plummeted. One of the worst we've ever seen in fucking decade.
Ever.
Like literally like disgusting drop, like scary. People are fucking losing their minds, losing their money, everything.
Yeah.
And that's when it hit me. I was like, "Oh, the dollar's fucking whack. The economy is a complete joke." So this is before I have no money invested in the stock market, crypto. I have like a little bit of bread saved up, but this is again like before my social media pop. So I had no really real bread to invest anything. But that's when I literally that same day, I don't know when it was. I think it was like March something when the big drop happened. March 18th, March 19th of like 2020. That was like when I called my dad and I was like, "All right, dad, I know you've been watching crypto, you've been watching what the hell's going on with the economy. Tell me more about what's going on in the cryptocurrency
Oh, he must
world."
have been so happy. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
No, he literally said, "Finally, son. God damn, it took you 2 years."
Finally,
And
son.
like literally like this guy without hesitation, obviously, is like, "Kane, put a couple thousand in Bitcoin." And it was probably like $2,000, $3,000. And I was like, "Let's do it." And then after that, I was like, "All right, dad, after Bitcoin, what do I get? You know, what's the number two?" Without hesitation, Cardano, like literally. And it's so amazing. I told this story when I was talking to Crow. He told me, I was like, "Okay, Cardano." And he told me, "Kane, start watching Crypto Crow on YouTube and learn about Cardano. I swear
Alpha.
to God, but this is like literally the beginning of everything for me. And it's like so amazing to talk about because if it wasn't for my dad or Crypto Crow, I wouldn't be where I'm at today when it comes to like the cryptocurrency like journey. And everything I've learned, I swear to God, is because of Crypto Crow's YouTube channel. I swear to God.
He's
And
such a legend.
the only one I care about to learn, or the only one I care to learn about, is Cardano, because I feel like no other one compares, man. Like it's just simple. It's very strange because a lot of people FUD Cardano and talk shit. It's hard to build. It's like nobody's using it. It's still fucking 40 cents. It's not going to, it's like Ethereum is the only one and everyone's on Ethereum. It's like, but dude, like why the fuck? It's so interesting. Like
Yeah.
that nobody likes Cardano. You
It's
know what I mean? But
tribalistic, and it also people like to pump their bags, and that's what
of
it's all
course,
about. So
yeah,
like, yeah, like I relate. Oh my gosh, like it's like we like live like very similar lives in that, because my dad
right.
onboarded me into crypto when I was 13 in 2016, and I thought he was absolutely nuts. I
Mhm.
called him crazy. I was like, this man's insane, because he was going to like all these conferences like Litecoin Summit 2018, 2019, and he's like
Yeah,
going and like hanging out with these strangers that he met online. I'm like, what are you doing? And then when I was 16 in 2019, it clicked because you scan a QR code, copy an address. Like, wow, anyone can use this. Like, going
yeah.
to the store, none of us. I know you're not carrying around pennies, nickels, and dimes. Everyone
Oh
I
no.
know throws them away. So I
Yeah,
100% like it was kind of like the same for me, that finally I was kind of like, all right, what is this? And
yeah,
we did our first transaction, and that was kind of like it for me. And then by the time I was 17, I created Miss Teen Crypto because I was like so in love with the space. So I relate to
right.
you on like the dad end, and like usually it's like the
Yeah,
younger kids bringing in the older people. But
yeah,
even what we
right.
talked about pre-show, that a lot of like the people in crypto are kind of like they're boomers, like they're old. Like there's I think the main age group is like not really old, but like I think mostly it's 30 and up. Where's the 25 and under? And I think like we have something missing here. You even said before you're
Yeah,
talking to your influencer friends and they're not interested. Like, why
no,
aren't they interested?
it's crazy, yo. Dude, it's one of those things. I want to say before I tap into that,
Yeah.
I literally got into Cardano like the heavy as fuck around like 4 or 5 cents. So like again, Crypto Crow, Jason Appleton, thank you so much, my boy, for enlightening me and teaching me about Cardano, because that when I started learning more and more and more, I was like, oh my fucking God, I wish I could put all my mom and my dad's fucking life savings into Cardano, because it was like 5 cents. Like this is like insane to me at that time. But like now you're seeing it like progress and actually like follow through with its, like it with its like with
Roadmap,
its map, its roadmap. It's actually like hitting these things, and it's literally never had a malfunction or a fucking stupid hack or
which is
shutdown.
important.
That's so important. That's the whole point of decentralization, security and shit like this. And it's like it's so interesting to me because like it's like a no-brainer. Again, I said this in the beginning. This Cardano thing is like a no-brainer to me compared to everything else. Cool, yeah, Bitcoin, but no one's gonna use Bitcoin other than like a store of value. You know what I'm saying? Like
Period.
you can't like it's so interesting to me. But what was your question right before I said the 5 cents thing?
Oh, I don't even remember. But but
Oh, the
like
influencers.
yes,
Why? Yeah. Why
influencers,
the
why they
fuck
say
is
no.
nobody? The only people that are talking about it are literally the people that are doing these meme coin shit dumps on these like crypto like fucking. And it's like nobody's actually in it for like the long run. And I think that's where the genuine people like go find Cardano. It's like, all right, we don't care about this quick pump and dump. All right. I genuinely, oh, who wouldn't? I mean, I would love to get a, 10x in overnight on a shit meme coin, but like that's sketchy. That's
Yeah.
like very hard to do. So let me just put all my money in dollar cost average on this one for sure bet. You know what I'm saying? Called Cardano. And it's like, it's funny. In the past like 4 or 5 years that I've been into cryptocurrency, only a handful, I swear to God, a handful of my homies have actually put, a significant amount in Cardano, not just a couple hundred. Like I've actually gotten only probably like 4 to 5 people that put in, like minimum 10 G's, because I'm like, dude, if you're gonna get in, my boy, get in actually heavy, because a couple $100, even 1,000, like it's not gonna do much. I want you to understand. This is probably, I'm not talking to you. This is how I
Yeah,
say to
yeah.
my friends. I want them to understand that this is kind of like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Last bull market, I thought it was gonna be the one where it's like not gonna go down, but this one, like Crow says, there might not be a big drop, again, and you might not ever see a fucking 45-cent Cardano ever again. And I genuinely do believe that because, I mean, obviously institution and all that is finally in, and it's kind of like, okay, crypto's good, and I think it's here to stay. You know what I mean? And to me, it's like so beautiful. I don't care. Like, I wish more people would adopt it quicker, like my friends, and understand it. But like, I'm so grateful that we're in so early, Miss Teen Crypto, and everybody that's watching this shit, you're gonna like look back at these times and be like, oh my goodness, like I was a fucking like ancient early like OG into this whole big revolutionary thing called cryptocurrency blockchain. I always look at it like this. It's like investing into Apple, Microsoft, Google back in like 1999, 2000s. It's like take your bets. Which one's going to be the one? If you were investing in 2000 in Apple, respect to you. You are a fucking, you're smart as fuck. And you believed in the one that's actually probably the safest, the most tech. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at Cardano, man. It's like, it's so easy to, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing
Yeah.
straight through everything. It's amazing.
Yeah, there are definitely things that just click. And I think definitely Bitcoin is going to be more of a store of value. Lightning Network is kind of like, I don't think it's scalable. I think it's going to get expensive. ETH is already too expensive. And I think things like Cardano and other layer ones give us more promise. And I talk about Solana a lot because it doesn't work. And the amount of downtime is like, if we have NFTs, if we have medical records, if we have real estate deeds, like all these important things, like even certificates for college, why am I going to put that on a blockchain that I might not be able to access? And that's what gets me so crazy. But the fact is that there are degens and they like to pump the meme coins that are on these, like on ETH, on Solana. And that's what props up the price. And also the fact that Solana doesn't work. So if you can't transact and sell, then how can how can the price really fluctuate? So, there's a lot of things you have to think about when going into Bitcoin and crypto. It's like, it's almost like signing up for like all these sites. Like, can I rely on this service? Can this really work for me? Does it have applications that could change my life and other people's lives? So I think that's very important going into crypto. So you're kind of like a Cardano maxi is what I'm understanding here.
100%.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
do you have like any like favorite dApps or anything? Like, do you play games on Cardano, or there certain things you do, or you're just kind of like stacking and like waiting? You're not really playing around.
Amazing question. Nobody's ever asked me that. Are you actually inside Cardano rather than investing? I've never been asked that question, and I'm glad you asked that on this because, like, no, I have not actually tapped in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But you know,
sheesh.
one guy that I want to tap in with, and I've been trying to, is Crypto Crow. You know what I always tell him every time I talk to him? I'm like, he wants me to be a content creator for crypto, and it's like, that's a whole nother story, and it's kind of like it's a lot easier said than done. That's a whole different like genre that I'm used to. I'm
Yeah.
in a comedy. You know what I'm saying? Crypto is like specifically this whole new thing. But what I always tell them is like, bro, if somebody created a fucking app or a platform like TikTok, like Instagram, like a decentralized platform on Cardano, I swear to God, I would come there and post every single day, all
I
day,
would too.
and grow my following like I am on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And it's only you and I, only a few people understand, like, because you're actually a content creator, young like me, seeing the opportunity of social media and content. It's like, dude, I really wish, and I know it will happen one day. There's going to be a platform on Cardano where I can, create my platform or create my profile and post my comedy skits, and people can, view through reels. That's just I would love that so much. Like, oh my
Oh
God.
yeah. Me too, 100%. And I've seen I've played around with some like testing apps that like people have sent me for crypto, and none of them have really worked out, which is really sad. But like it comes down to funding, it comes down to like the tokenomics. Like, is there going to be a token that powers the thing? And like, is the SEC going to come after it? It's like there's so many things in crypto that they don't even like that we shouldn't even have to think about. Even people that promoted crypto last bull market, celebrities, like things that weren't even their fault that maybe have gone wrong with the project they promoted, they got kind of sought after by these agencies being like, why did you promote this? Oh, here's a fine, to make people like look like an example, basically make an example out of them. Is that your fear maybe talking about crypto? Do you think that, like, 'cause I think you would probably mess up your algo on TikTok and stuff if like you're like posting about crypto content. Like, it's probably something you could sprinkle in, but probably end up making a new account for it.
Sure. I would have to make a new account, and
Yeah,
I've thought about it. There's no way I would like try to mix it into my comedy skits because like
it's not
nobody
gonna
that's
work.
following me, nobody's following me on there to watch crypto. You know what I'm saying? They're there
Yeah.
to laugh and get my dark humor. But honestly, yeah, I'm just stacking up as much ADA like literally
Go
this
off.
recent drop, when it hit 40 cents, I'm gonna tell you, I literally put like 5K in on, I think it was over the weekend. I was at Coachella partying. My dad calls me, yo, Cardano's at 40 cents. And I was like, say less. I literally just deposited that and I was feeling
You
amazing
smash bought.
because I know it is going to work out. Only time will tell. You know what I'm
You're so
saying? And it
funny.
will.
Literally
Yeah.
smash bought Cardano at the rave. Like you should have
Let's go.
recorded that. Like that is so freaking funny. Like you
I
just like
should have.
genuinely partying and like clicking
Yeah.
like the buy button. Like that's something Trevor
100%.
Wallace would do. That's absolutely freaking hilarious. I would love to see that one day.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, like I think there could be like funny like making fun of crypto bros. You could probably do when like the bull market comes back. Like I saw a lot of that. Like during the bull market, all the comedians were like, "Oh, these crypto plebs," and yeah, that's actually hilarious. So now you're in crypto. You love your Cardano. Do you think that you're going to look into other cryptocurrencies at all, play any games on blockchain? Are you interested in NFTs and all the other craziness that goes on here, or
Yes, there's one that I recently found. It was they're connected to Cardano, obviously. At any I just feel like let me try to find this. Give me literally like 2 seconds. I might find it really quick. World
yeah,
Mobile, that's what it is.
World
World,
Mobile?
that's the one that I'm kind of interested in, World Mobile Token. And I hear they're
That's
doing, and then Cornucopias. Again, these are both
cornucopias. I'm always in spaces with them. I know them. Yeah.
these are both cryptos that I've obviously learned from, Crow. Like anything this guy says, it comes from a genuine point of view, a like real, like family man dude that I just see. Like he's not here to bullshit anyone.
No.
And that's why I love this guy. And I'm so happy my dad recommended him first out of everybody. And it happened to be the greatest one on the whole, I think in the whole crypto space. I genuinely don't see anybody better than Crypto Crow. And that's not even boosting because I follow him. It's like genuinely, like I'm watching everybody else. And it's not, it doesn't
Resonate.
fit well for me. Yeah. Like I'm actually here for genuine tech stuff that's gonna be here. Like give me some real fucking like, and it's always good technical like things that he's like yesterday he did the decentralization Cardano versus Ethereum. I'm sure you saw the video a little bit. And it was literally like amazing. I don't want to get into it. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but like the
I haven't seen
video
it yet.
literally posted it yesterday, and every video or every day I just like I pray and hope for a new Cardano video from Crow because I love it. I just learned something every single day about how decentralized, what they're building, what it is compared to Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, and like Charles Hoskinson interviews. This is my life, and I'm so like the computer I'm on. This is like where I am learning on a daily basis, and nobody's understanding. And they're just hearing me talk about Cardano when I'm out. I don't talk about it much unless you're interested about cryptocurrency and actually making a good living by doing nothing, just investing in some smart tech. It's like so amazing. I obviously want to tap into Cardano and help the fucking network grow, and I will one day. Hopefully they, come with the platform. I just know we're so early. Again,
Too
simple.
early.
Like it's gonna take time, very, very early. A lot of time. I think what 5% of the world knows cryptocurrency. Like
Yeah,
it's
and I think 98% of the world does not own Bitcoin yet. So we're pretty far away from like I wouldn't say
wow.
we're far from mainstream adoption. I think it takes one app, one game, one something to really like blow things up. Like last bull market it was NFTs and people were selling Bored Apes and people had a $69 million NFT that sold. So all of
Wow.
these things like yeah, like absolutely stunning pieces of art that were put out. Artists were making money, musicians were making money, and it was just really empowering how people were able to be their own art gallery or be their own record label where you don't need someone to give you permission to put your art out on a global stage, and you have more accessibility, you have royalties and a bunch of other things that came with it. And then you had DeFi where Uniswap blew up. Everyone was doing all these swaps, grocery store coins, and a lot of this is not around now. But the basis is that we need DeFi. We need a decentralized financial system. We need to be able to have permissionless ways to share our content, share our voice, because I know that you're on social media. I'm a content creator on social media. Censorship is real. Shadow ban is real. And we need a way to really share our voice without having those intermediaries tell us that what we're thinking is not appropriate or not good enough enough. Like, who are you to tell me that? So I definitely think we need something like a decentralized social media. So Charles and the boys at Cardano, if you guys are listening, let's get all the nerds together and let's build something beautiful, because there are people like you that are willing to use the tech, but it's just not out there yet. And I think people need to focus on that.
Dude, I swear to God, like the day I'm looking forward to right now is meeting Charles Hoskinson and genuinely like saying what I just explained to you. I'm waiting for the day that you guys build like a social media platform where I can post my comedy skits and get you guys some like, and just bring engagement, like, and tell people, like, I swear to God, I would start posting on my Instagram and my Facebook and my Snapchat. Go follow me on, this, whatever it's called, the Cardano platform. Go follow me on here. I'm posting skits too. And it's like, I would bring people like from this whole new world of that don't understand cryptocurrency. And what if this Cardano block or platform ends up being so slick and smooth and actually like this new thing? That's a possibility. The new TikTok, I said, if unfortunately there's probably not going to be an opportunity like the beginning of TikTok when the sweet spot I was talking about. I was like, unfortunately, that there has to be a whole new app, and that's tough to do. Compete against Instagram, these massive giants. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But what if that new one is on Cardano and then it just blows up to be this next fucking TikTok, Instagram? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Insane. Think of, you know what I mean? Like,
No,
wow.
yeah, it's the future, because even like I was one of the first creators to mint NFTs back in 2020, and I was telling people like art's going to be on the blockchain, music is going to be on the blockchain. And I did those things myself, and then I was like, our coupons are next. Like all these people like Starbucks are going to come in, which they did, and Nike, Adidas, Porsche, like all these fancy brands are coming in and using the digital world. So I think a lot of it was on a small scale, because I think everything right now is about experimentation. How can we use this technology? How does it scale? Where can we go from here? And I think this next step has to be like more use case with social media and kind of going back to the fundamentals of not being censored with your message. So I think even a place where I've seen a few platforms kind of doing this now, where if I'm doing this podcast, it's minted on the blockchain and shared on a platform, and people could kind of pick up copies of it as NFTs. And I think that's absolutely sick. I would love that if you posted something, because I know we both have like this imposter issue on social media, that if I post something and someone tries to steal it and repost it, that it has under this image or this video that it was taken from this source. So people could always go back to who actually posted it, what's the real version. I think that's really important.
That's definitely, it's going to be a thing for sure, because that's actually so fucking fascinating, that innovation in itself. Everybody reposts people's videos on meme pages. Simple as that. Meme
Yep.
pages have literally taken over like kind of the whole social media world, because these clips, everybody's clipping up stuff from like a famous, guy that's saying a really cool quote or some,
All the
and
Andrew Tate pages.
dude, that was the beginning. It's very interesting. I'm sure he was
Yeah.
he was the birth of clips and this whole social media trend of clipping stuff. It started from Andrew Tate just doing
Yeah.
all these. It's amazing to think about, and now everybody's caught on. There's people making a lot of money off your videos and all these other content creators' videos, I'm sure, because they're just clipping stuff. And it's like, imagine when you're massive, like, Mr. Beast or some shit, Speed, for example, Aiden Ross, these streamers, they're all getting clipped every day and people are making money. And I'm sure they don't care about it because the publicity they're getting from these
It's
other
worth
people
it.
that are
Yeah,
exactly.
it's so worth it.
For the videos I'm seeing every day on my page or my For You page, it's these other clippers. And yeah, the reason I just brought it up, it would be great to see like a link or some kind of thing where you can tap in and that's the original video. It goes straight to that original video. That would be amazing. That's crazy.
Yeah, authenticity, like proof of
Yeah.
ownership, certification, like that's absolutely everything. And like I kind of like think like this kind of makes me think to when Apple chargers first came out, and like all these other people rip off the Apple chargers, and like you would buy the off brand and all this type of stuff, and just look at like what people are recreating of the same product. And that's literally what people are doing with these clips. They're taking one product and recreating content with it, and even making things sound different than they are, which is why like Andrew Tate had that problem where the people would make clips making something he said look worse than what he actually said in some cases. And then like obviously he's like, this is the real video. Like this is what you always should go back to. So I think authenticity is absolutely key. And especially where I want to know, like, where do you think crypto's going in the future? Do you think like we're going to hit mainstream adoption? Do you think that more influencers will talk about it, more people in general will transact with cryptocurrency?
Yeah. No, I think for sure, like obviously every bull market, that's when it gets the most traction. But I think this bull market obviously is going to be bigger than the other one. And this is when everyone's going to realize more and more. And again, there's money to be made and there's a lot of things being built in crypto. So like the main reason people are in here, obviously for an investment, stand, like people are wanting to make a living and if like you can literally change your life. And this is why like I'm into it. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
think this is my opportunity as a young kid to set myself up for a nice, you know what I mean, living in the future. And it's like because I'm enlightened and I'm learning and I'm doing stuff like this, I'm getting in the circles of crypto about literally the biggest transformation of like wealth in history. Like it's amazing. And I do think mass adoption comes inevitably. It's just like, dude, it's a matter of people realizing, holy shit, why would I need a middleman? Like, why do I need like Charles talks about it like all the time, man. Like this government shit. I don't like talking about politics, but like the government is kind of like, I get it. You have to keep the people civil, but like
They're
they have too much
tyrannical.
control. They have way too much control. Simple as that. Like the fuck, why the tax thing is crazy to me. People can always debate on this, but the fact that you're printing infinite amount of money and you're still asking for taxes, what the fuck are we doing? Like it's so
Exactly.
mind-boggling to me. But I don't talk about this shit because like it's very controversial and people start staying like getting technical with it. It's like it's a lot of nonsense to me, like the government shit and control. Like, yeah,
I think people are just like, kind of have it ingrained in them that there's a certain way that things work. Like people, like when I would tell people like I'm gonna be my own bank. Whoa, what do you mean? The banks are gonna fail. What do you mean the banks are gonna fail? You're anti this. You're a bad person. Like I've gotten all of that from friends,
yeah,
families. They thought I was crazy because I was like, the
yeah,
banks are going to fail. What happened last year? At least 5 bank failures in the United States. The dollar is worth not even half of what it was in 2019.
crazy.
So we have a lot of issues that we have to face. Inflation, as a person our age, regular kids our age that are in college, they're hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. How are they going to catch up? One, and then what if they want to own a home one day? Is that even possible? I think for a majority of people, not anymore. This is going to be something that changes people's lives where we can own digital property and have it
Wow.
appreciate in a way that it can't be taken from us. Because even these banks, is your house guaranteed if the bank is running your mortgage? No.
No,
It could,
you never
anything
own
could
it.
be
You
taken
never
from
own
you.
your house. I'm sorry to cut you off,
No, go.
but this is something I literally like. I kind of finally like realized and figured out. I knew everything was kind of like a scam for sure, but like
Yeah.
when I was taught, when I really learned that like if you own a house, you don't own your fucking house. The bank owns the house, bro. So you like
Yes.
that's the biggest fucking fuck you to your face. Like it's like what? They can take it whenever they want if they
Yeah.
really wanted to. It's crazy. If you don't follow their rules, that's mine. You know what I mean? Like what? I don't own my house, and that's why I'm renting. I'm only 24, but like renting's chill right now, you know?
I'm with you. To me, if I'm gonna buy
Yeah,
a house, it has to be somewhere where like picture my whole future in that
for
house.
sure.
And like I think at this point, especially with the housing market, it's not great right now. But if you're like, our age, we want a nice apartment, give us the amenities, we're good for right now. And then like when you want to like settle down and do that type of thing, that's when you go and get the house if it's something you can afford. But in this economy, there are people like us that are working like, our age, like 3 full-time jobs, and they can't afford to live on their own. So that's a big issue. And I think that obviously when you have adoption, more people will wake up, more people will definitely understand what's going on here. And I think there is some sort of, I guess you could say, mass awakening that is
Yeah.
starting to happen where people are realizing, why are we paying, even like the tax thing, why are we paying taxes on crypto if the government says it's worthless? If the government doesn't have
Ooh,
any regulation as to what a digital asset is, how are you taxing me
whoa.
on it? And
I
it's
haven't
because they
thought
don't
about
want you to
that.
make money. They don't want a generational wealth shift. They don't want
Wow.
America to really prosper the way it did. They want to be in control of where the country goes. And I think we have to take that power back in our hands, which is why they're scared of crypto.
Whoa. That's some deep shit what you just said, for real.
That's my
I never
daily
thought about it like
podcast.
that.
If you watch in the
Dude, that's
morning,
actually,
yeah.
dude, but what you just said is about like they literally, I mean, yeah, it's getting more like institutionalized, but this happened like recently, like literally a couple months ago, the fucking whatever it's called, where they're putting Bitcoin in your like stock stuff or your
Yeah, the
Roth
ETFs and stuff.
ETFs.
Yeah.
So after that, that was finally like, okay, it's here to stay. But like even then, or before that, even today, like you're right, like they still kind of think it's worthless, most of this shit. And it's like, but you're still taxing us. Like, what the fuck, dude?
There's so many of those things that just pop up in your life that you really, when you start to kind of think outside the box and people start questioning you, like, why are you thinking like that? That's when you know whether you're on the right track. Like, you kind of open your mind and be like, okay, a lot of these things do not make sense, especially like the banking system. Everything's so private. All these people, like even a senator, was taking bribes in cash, mortgage payments, gold. And that's something that all these people propagate. These are the assets you should be using. But Bitcoin is transparent and all in Cardano. So any of these movements are on the blockchain for people to see. Shouldn't we be able to see where the money in our country goes, where it's going to? Like if we're giving money to a charity even, where is it going? And I think that we have a lot of those questions, which is why we need transparency. We need people to have these eyes open so that we could actually have checks and balances. We don't have that anymore.
Yeah. Dude, it's amazing. I swear nobody
Beautiful.
talks about this, by the way, that I talk to on a daily basis. There's literally nobody having conversations about this. And if it is about crypto, it's again about like talking about a shit coin that they're in or like some
They'll be
NFT.
like
Like,
Doge, she bro. I love Doge and like I love my meme coins, but that's like not the reason we're here.
listen,
And you know,
this is real conversation about like
yeah,
literally changing the world and make it a better place. I'm a very peaceful guy at heart. And like, I feel like, yeah, when decentralized stuff starts coming in, hopefully Cardano, you know what I mean? I think the world could be a better place. Like for real, giving people identity in Africa and shit. I know they're doing stuff like this, like
it's beautiful.
finance. It's amazing. And like people can live a better life and like this world wouldn't be so hectic. And I don't know, man, like we are living in the craziest times of our lives by far. Like it's not
Mm.
even close. And it's so unfortunate that we're only 24 years old. Like why does it have to be so crazy right now? Like why can't we just be at a nice, I mean, I don't think it'll ever happen. Full peace, world peace? No, never, unfortunately. But like I think it can be better for sure.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the propaganda and the things that are talked about now, it's all funded by fiat. It's all funded by these dollars. And if you look at wars, who funds both sides? You know what I mean? So there's a lot of corruption that comes from the fiat currency. And in my mind, if you change the money, you fix the money, you fix the world. And I think that's really what I believe right now. You have that transparency, you have ownership, no censorship, and people can really understand what's going on, especially when you have even the genesis block of Bitcoin, where Satoshi Nakamoto put a headline from the Times saying that the chancellor was on the brink of second bailouts for the banks. Like that was a message that could not be censored, that anyone could go see because it's on the blockchain. So I'm 100% with you. We need our freedom of speech. We need transparency. We need a way to just keep getting after it, empowering ourselves, especially younger people. So I really appreciate you for having such an open mind and having this conversation with me. Where can people find you?
Yes, at Kane. You should be able to find me on most of these social platforms if you just type in Kane and then my last name a little bit, Trujillo. I would appreciate if you want to get a good laugh in, Kane Trujillo. Yeah. Kane on TikTok, but I don't really post on TikTok. TikTok's became a fucking shitty app. I'm sure you're aware. It's like it's went downhill. It's not the same as it was when, COVID was going crazy. That was prime TikTok.
Yeah, I
But yeah,
mean TikTok is always questionable. So they try to censor me every day. It's really fun.
um,
But you guys should definitely follow Kane. He's absolutely amazing. You guys should definitely look up his trend that he started. It was absolutely amazing. Always gave
oh
me a
yeah.
nice little laugh. Like you had the swaggy glasses
Nice.
on, like looking swanky sometimes. I was
Always
like, he's killing it.
these little things right here
Yes, go
always went
off.
crazy.
I love that. Let's both end the show with some sunglasses. Thank
Oh,
you guys.
fire.
Yeah, yeah, these are my glasses. My gaming co-host Doug Hype gave me these glasses and I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling swaggy with you right now.
They're giving me rave vibes. All right.
Do I like is this like
You
cool
should have
like
went you should have went to Coachella wearing those for sure.
man, I think I need to hit a Coachella. I think I need to go in the desert and like party and do
Look,
something with myself.
look, these are the ones I was wearing at Coachella too. This is more Coachella
Oh,
vibes.
keep those on. Keep those on. Kane, I
For
need you to
sure.
give me a message from your freaking heart. I don't care what it is. It could be about
Um,
New York. It could be about your favorite food from New York, California. Do you like
yes.
In-N-Out Burger? And what are like the messages you want to send to people?
All right. I want to first start at people our age. If you're in your young 20s, like literally, this is the time of your life to grab, this is your time to grab life and absolutely make it your bitch, right? I swear to God, dude, start posting social media content. And they're like, I don't know what to post. Whatever you're good at, whatever you like, All right. Comedy is the easiest one. Everybody likes comedy. That's why I do it. All right. But look, you can literally change your fucking life right now if you have this fucking thing. And I promise you, you have a phone. Everybody has a phone. All right. But like, I'm Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V. If you know who that is, he's the reason. And watch him. He'll motivate you more. This guy's known all around the world. I'm just some small fish. That guy, Gary V, will fucking change your life and put a fire in you and literally make you start posting content. And I get it. It's not for everybody, but I'm just letting you know this is my life and this is what I like to share my life or share people with, like share about. But like that's my main one. And to the boomers, start honestly doing social media too, man. Like I don't care if how old you are, you're not too old to, you know, make a cool little living on this phone, be able to live wherever you want, be able to literally work wherever you want and without anybody telling you what to do. You're on your own fucking schedule. That's the blessing that I have. And honestly, like I just preach social media a lot and wellness, peace and love and health. Big health guy, vegan. I'm eating plants always, vitamins, all that shit.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
yeah, I just went crazy.
Go off, man. That was amazing. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't yet, please make sure you smash the like, subscribe, share this stream out with friends. Special thank you to Crypto Crow for really bringing Kane
Yes.
into this space and blessing us with some Cardano knowledge every single day. Shout out to Crypto Lifer. You also gave a $50 super chat earlier. And what did he say on that? Let's get his message. He wrote, I happened to click on this. This is fire. I love this. Well, thank you, Crypto Lifer. I appreciate you, Sam. Have an amazing day, everyone. I appreciate you, Kane. Have an amazing day, friends. Smash the like, subscribe, share. I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always,
Stack your Cardano.
stack your stack your Cardano, and as always, stay zesty. Peace.
Oh.